What is good, boxing fans and gamers? It's your boy, Fight Night's Finest, the Sophie commentator, back with another Friday video. Now, you guys know normally on Friday you guys will get live Fight Friday, but because I'm having a little bit of an external hard drive issue, so I can't record any Fight Night Champion videos. So you guys will have to just hold out, just bear with me a little bit while I get together some money to get another external hard drive so I can continue to record footage for you guys so you can continue to see live Fight Friday. But in the meantime, this week we'll Fight Night for real. Anyway, this week we will be playing The Crew, which you guys have seen here in the background. This is a live commentary actually, but I'm playing The Crew. I'm driving around in my favorite car. Like, the minute I saw this car, the minute I heard about this brand, I just been in love with it ever since. I've been driving this since I've been playing Need for Speed Most Wanted. I've heard about it like maybe 3 or 4 years before that. I'm driving the Dodge Viper, red. You know, I feel like if you're not driving a red Viper, it's an absolute crime. We're in Harlem, New York right now. We just came from Chinatown, and even though I feel like The Crew did a decent job of replicating New York, everything just feels so switched together. But at least they got the major landmarks. And what's up with every area having like brownstones in it? Anyway, I guess they try to capture more of the stereotypes of things. Fight Night. Get into today's topic. Anyway, since we're driving around and we're talking about things, you know, one of the things that you have to do in a racing game is have common sense. Right, you gotta know that when a turn is coming up, you slow down. When you see traffic and a car's pulling up in front of you and you're about to smash into the back of it, you try to move out the way. That's just common sense shit, right? That's just something that everybody should know, because you don't want to smash into the back of a car. You just slightly move out the way. You maybe slow down so that you can get some control of your vehicle. You're not gonna sit down and just speed up and then slam into the corner. Oh, wait a minute. People actually do that while playing racing games. Like, you see the natural reflexes there. Car passing through the road, I'm gonna slow down. I'm coming to a dead end here, I'm gonna slow down and make the turn even though we're going the wrong way. On the side of the street. Let's go ahead and make this turn here. I say this because today's topic is actually going to be about this. Common sense. Where has it gone? I ask myself that a lot of the times because as I walk around the streets of New York, as I continue to live my life and learn things, and I continue to see people, and you know, it's not just enough for you to see something. You know, you gotta be critical of what it is that you're seeing, what it is that you're viewing. Okay, that was close. What it is that you're viewing. You have to be extremely critical of that because you never know what you're gonna encounter, and it's important for you to know what the hell is going on around you. And I feel like a lot of the times people truly don't know what's going on around them, and the things that they do, it just makes me wonder if they're using their brain. Now, I've tried this on multiple occasions of just sitting down and really not thinking about anything. Just sit down as we're here in Midtown Manhattan. I really just tried to sit down and just think like Fight Night. Just clear your head, go blank for a few seconds. And it's the most awkward thing to me. It's the most randomest thing to me. There's moments where I could be caught up doing something, maybe playing a game, or for example, let's say I'm making a Fight Night video on boxing in the ring. Sometimes I would just, okay, that's a wrong turn. Let's go right here as we enter the Lower East Side now. Sometimes I sit back and I think like, maybe I can, okay, we're back in Midtown. Okay, Fight Night, get it together. Sometimes I sit back and I think to myself, like, how do you just go blank for an absolute moment? It's one of the weirdest things to me. Like, I cannot literally just sit back and let my mind become blank. And I really feel like at times that people don't use their head. And I could be like, I was gonna get back to my previous example. I could be sitting back playing a boxing game, right? And naturally, because I've practiced the game so much and I've done so many things in repetition, I don't necessarily have to think about what it is that I'm doing. But I have to know what it is that my opponent's doing. So the whole time while I'm playing the game, I will be thinking to myself, Fight Night, He's doing this. He's throwing that jab out constantly, maybe 1 or 2 seconds, you know. He has a tendency to throw this jab constantly. So I have to, you know, I have to be aware of that so I can come back with a counter opportunity. And then I can react naturally to it. I say this because I was watching a movie on Netflix, and you guys, if you haven't watched it and you have Netflix, I strongly urge anybody with any common sense that's trying to figure out how it is that I'm feeling, don't understand this feeling, or just want to agree and just sit back and say, yeah, I know that fucking moron, then you might want to go back and sit back and watch a movie called God Bless America. And it basically highlights all the things that you see in society that makes you really wonder, where's this person's common sense, or why it is that people act like this? And it's the majority of people who tend to walk around with this attitude. And I've noticed this because anytime you try to bring up an idea to a person, the first thing they do is they criticize your way of thinking because it's a little bit different, or maybe not even a little bit different. It could be extremely different from how the crowd thinks. And instead of that person sitting back and taking the time to understand your point of view of things, the first thing that they do is like they enter into a state of denial, like they're in a state of shock or so, because it's so odd to them to hear something that's not what everybody else thinks. Then they criticize you for it, they make fun of you for it, and instead of them just saying, I never thought about it that way, he crashed into the back of that taxi. Instead of them saying, you know, I never thought about it like this, they continue to abide in ignorance. Now, I'm not saying that all different viewpoints are good, but it's a good thing to hear somebody bring something up to you that's not of the normal. I don't understand how it is that people can walk around and disrespect one another, not show any form of compassion towards other people, ignore people who are trying to share something of importance with them because they're so caught up in their own agendas. People will sit back and really rationalize stupid ideas, like things that don't have any form of common sense behind it. Like I seen this one video on Facebook where this girl said, you know, I'm gonna be rolling in riches because I'm gonna give my man my income tax check and he's gonna flip it and I'm gonna be rich. Now mind you, the previous time she did it, she gave him half and he couldn't flip it and make any money for it. So she thinks this time, if she gives him all of it, he will definitely be able to flip it. I saw one chick make a video on Facebook literally saying that if their man beats them, they love them. That dude must love them because of all the risks that they're taking. It's not even brainwashing. It's just she really sat down to explain this. This one video that I saw of one girl making a video talking about asking, no, not even talking about, but posing the question, do dogs have brains? This is the stuff that I see on a regular basis. I hear people out here regurgitating things that they hear in terms of sports. I can literally hear somebody say something on the internet, or on the radio, or on television, and there will be somebody out there who comes back the next day or in the comment section of, let's say, a boxing review video, if it's not a boxing review video, a predictions video, and copy every word that this person says word for word, or literally summarize it. People who sit back and watch boxing fights come on to post-fight interviews or post-fight reviews to literally sit there and regurgitate what the commentator has said. And because you may have saw the fight in a different way, oh, it's not right if Paulie Malignaggi and Roy Jones Jr. ain't see it that way. Can you not judge a fight for yourself? Can you not have your own way of thinking? People literally sit back and listen to music that has absolutely no form of common sense to it. Wow, I just crashed into that ice cream truck. Shows are feeling slightly weird at this point. I think my frames may be dropping, but anyway. People will literally sit back and listen to music where you can't even understand the motherfucker. I heard this one song by, I think it was this dude named Young Thug. I'm sitting here listening to this like, I think it's called Lifestyle. I'm literally sitting here listening to this like, this motherfucker is struggling to get words out. He's literally struggling. He's saying from the bottom to the top. I'm sitting here like, from the bottom to the, like, you can't just say that. There's no reason to put emphasis on that. This, you know, some things, it's like the common sense is gone, and people are literally sitting there bumping this stuff in the street, thinking this kind of stuff is cool. I remember one of my favorite rappers now, Logic, made it, you know, they posted, he did an interview and he said, you know, he finds it odd that we live in an era where peace, love, and compassion is corny. How is somebody showing respect for their fellow man or fellow human being? How in the world is that corny? Can somebody please explain that to me? Like he said, that is some real evil shit. That's the way he said it. And I have no choice but to agree with him. The way people live their lives is all based off attention now. And a lack of respect, where it's cool to go out there and make somebody else feel bad. Why would you want to make somebody else feel bad about what's going on in their day? You don't know what this person goes through, and this is an argument you hear all the time. But it's because it's all people with common sense telling you the same thing, or expressing the same thing. It's stupid of you to go out there and try to ruin somebody else's good time because you don't know what they go through. How do you get your kicks out of making somebody else feel miserable? What do you get out of posting a picture of the food that you're eating online? If you want people to be so engrossed of what it is that you're eating, invite them out to go eat with you. If not that, and you're so interested in having everybody look at your food, start a restaurant business. You know, it's just little stuff like this that doesn't really make any sense to me. As why does the whole world have to know what it is that you're doing? Why are people so attention thirsty? You know, just because the technology is there doesn't mean that you need to use it for things like that. When people sit there and they upload the videos of police brutality, that's something worthy of using recording and technology for. You know, you got people out here, like I hear this constantly, you got chicks out here posting pictures half naked. Now I'm not saying if you want to post your pictures like that, be fine, but you know, then you wonder why, oh snap, okay, slow down. Then you wonder why people only look at you, or men go after you for only your body. What's on your mind? You know, show people your character. Don't show people you're behind all the time. You know, things like that. And then there's dudes out here who really just get off on this stuff. It's not even porn. It's just a chick shaking their ass. And the next thing that you hear in the video, you just see thirsty dudes in the comment section. Oh, I could take care of your son for you. Or I could do things your man can't do. And then half of the time, most of the chicks just leaving comments like that are just dudes who just do it because they're on the internet. A lot of the stuff that I see nowadays just makes me really wonder, what is going on in your head half of the time when you are posting these kind of things online? When I see people out here, like I see kids, or you know, just even grown people, 30, 40 years old, up there arguing with teenagers on the bus and the train. I see people who are 40, 30 years old still talking to each other like they're 15 years old. I heard one woman the other day when I was on the bus talking to somebody else on the phone about what happened previously before she got on this train, as I roll up on the sidewalk here. That a 50, 40, a woman in her maybe mid 40s, late 50s, early 50s, literally sitting there talking about how she was gonna beat somebody's ass because they didn't hold the door open for her. Like, first of all, the lack of respect for you not to hold the door open for somebody that's behind you, that's just bizarre. But for you to really be sitting there wanting to fight somebody at 40 to 50 years old because they didn't hold a door open for you, and you know, it's just pettiness. People not only are they petty, but they feel they gotta fight for everything. But I don't see people going out there fighting for something of a worthy cause. You know, I don't see people out here getting on YouTube and talking something that's common sense. Like I sit here and I literally see people making videos talking about eating girls' pussies is the only way for you to keep your woman. Like, where's the common sense? Where's the logical reasoning behind this? I really don't know where it has gone. As you know, I continue to show you guys around New York, and I continue to drive around here. It makes me wonder what goes through people's head. Like, people say this is a bad game because it's published by Ubisoft, where they haven't even played the game. Because a certain car may not be in the game, this means this game is not good. Because people suck at certain video games, the game sucks because they're not good at it. Where's the common sense behind that? I don't know. I'm ranting. But I hope that people are getting and justifying this point. And that, you know, everything that you do doesn't have to be corny or doesn't have to look cool for it to be good. You know, ignorance isn't cool. That's what, if you guys want to sit back and make videos about stuff that, you know, that is just retarded, find things that are that make, you know, that have some form of common sense to it behind it. That's what I love to see people post videos about. Things that are honest, things that are truthful, new ideas that you may have. You know, I remember one time I tried to tell a couple of people that I used to go to school with that I tried listening, you know, I was listening to this speech. And the first thing they started laughing because I'm sitting down listening to a speech, because I'm hearing somebody give an educated opinion about an experience that they might have had, that I'm the ignorant one. Do you see how this sounds? I don't understand how people rationalize certain things or how certain things work in people's mind. But the era that we live in is pretty fucked up when, you know, this is the type of things that people post online and the way people act in their life. You know, it's bad, you know, to be smart or to be different. There's a lot of people who go out here and they wear the same clothes as everybody else and call it swag. You know, how is swag if you're up here wearing the same shit that somebody else has been wearing maybe for the past 5 years, or that's already been worn already, and everybody else is worn? I don't understand. What is the point of making fun of somebody who has clothes on their backside? You know, a lot of people, there's people out there who can't even afford shoes, and you're up there making fun of somebody because of the name brand that may be on their clothes. I don't understand that. First of all, it's a name brand of clothes. Why does it matter what the brand is? The brand isn't doing any evil shit. If the colors match and it's comfortable for the person to wear and it's keeping them warm, why does it matter what they're wearing? And then you got stupid people that go out here who see people wear official stuff, and because they want to be quote unquote down with what everybody else is doing and follow the dumb image that the world is portraying, all of a sudden now they need to go out and try to get something, and then it's a fake version of what everybody else is wearing, like nobody else is gonna see it. This is what I'm talking about. Where has common sense gone? This is just a small rant. I'm starting to get annoyed, a little bit hostile, but yes, if you have not checked out that movie on Netflix, it's called God Bless America. I don't care if you find the video by pirating it. Please watch this movie. You'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. You'll understand my pain. Anyway, it's been your boy, Fight Night's Finest, the Sophie Commentator, and I'm out. Peace!